The following broadcast is a presentation of the ND Sports Channel.
To go. Grishal has it. Grishal puts up a long three. It's in at the buzzer! 10:50 to go here, and the faceoff is won by North-South onto the stick of Caitlin Armin. Armin feeds it in for Abby Promisberger, and Promisberger with the hat trick. 41-37, 4:25 to go here as the Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. And he'll put it right on goal and right into the goal. Ethan Olsen on a free kick. Henningsgaard, as he tries to cut through the lane. Outlet pass into the corner there for Heinitz. Back over to Henningsgaard, wide open for three. Got it and one. Wow. And put your outfielders in left and left center because that one's going to left field and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. It's taken away there by Carson Abrahamson. She has a breakaway. One-on-one, hard, she scores! 16 fouls, and the pass is intercepted by Overby. Overby has an opportunity to dunk it! He nailed it, the two-handed throwdown.
And now, it's game time. The cameras are ready. The headset is on. Without further delay, here's Mike Mason.
All right, welcome. We're at the Olsen Softball Complex here in Hillsboro, getting ready for some Class B softball action between the MayPort-CG-HN Northwood Patriots, the visitors on the scoreboard today, along with the home team, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Taking a look at the weather forecast here in Hillsboro, partly cloudy sky, 46 degrees. We'll stay at about 46 for pretty much the entire game. We won't go up, we won't go down. If we do, it won't be more than a degree or so. And we have a north-northwest wind at 12 that makes it feel like 40 degrees with 45% humidity. We'll take a look at these two teams a little bit more in depth coming up next here. It's the Patriots and the Burros as we continue with our pregame show here on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
All right, welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look at our section called On the Map. I want to thank everybody. This is game 455, actually. We got to add a couple to that column. I guess we forgot to update that, but the rest of it is updated. 581 subscribers on our YouTube channel now, and over 1,000 Twitter followers, and over 338 Facebook followers/likes. So thank you so much. Broadcasting live from Hillsboro, North Dakota today.
Introduction of lineups, just a couple of things.
It is Parents' Night.
Broadcast on the North Dakota Sports Channel.
There we go.
So if you know of anybody who is unable to attend this afternoon's game, send them a text and let them know that they can go online and watch the game. So NorthDakotaSportsChannel.com.
I want to thank Dave Nelson for the free plug there, as I was about to mention Senior Day. We'll go over the visiting profiles here after the
dedication and sacrifice
senior
that they have given to
announcements
the HCV
here.
softball program. Please come to third baseline. Meet your parents when your name is called. First, outfielder Mackenzie Iverson, daughter of Marty and Jennifer Iverson. Mackenzie is a 4-year starter and a 5-year letter winner for the Burros. She has played in 78 varsity games and amassed 72 hits and 77 runs scored with a career batting average of .362 and an on-base percentage of .469. Mackenzie also played basketball and volleyball for the Burros, is a member of the Hillsboro Band, Jazz Band, Choir, SAD, FBLA, Our Savior's Lutheran Church Group, and she volunteers at Give Kids the World. She also plays summer softball for the Cass Trailblazers. She plans to attend Mayville State University in fall to study elementary education. Let's give Mackenzie Iverson and her parents a fine round of applause. And our second senior is first baseman Nicole Hurt. daughter of Les and Jane Hurt. Nicole is a 4-year starter and a 4-year letter winner for the Burros. She was an all-region selection last year. She has played in 71 varsity games, totaled at 89 hits and 60 RBIs, along with 22 doubles and 4 home runs, with a career batting average of 447 and an on-base percentage of .532. Nicole is a Hillsboro senior class vice president and was a volleyball and girls basketball statistician this past year. She also participates in band, National Honor Society, Our Savior's Lutheran Church Group, and the academic team. She also plays summer softball for the Cass Trail Blazers. Nicole plans to attend Valley City State University in the fall and study art educations. All of the coaches, Burro fans would like to thank these two seniors along with their parents for all that you have done to support and encourage with the HCV softball team. Let's give them a final round of applause and thank you once again, seniors and parents.
And now the starting lineup for the visiting team. Number 18, starting at shortstop, Hannah Ust. Number 15, starting at designated player, Olivia Gapp. Number 23, starting at third, Dallas Jorgensen. Number 10, starting at second, Kenny DeFoss. Number 3, starting at catcher, Breck Fugleberg. Number 6, starting at first, Julia Coles. Number 21, starting in center field, Josie Flayton. Number 11, starting in left field, Hannah Galdi. Number 24, starting in right field, Rachel Peterson. Number 12, starting at pitcher, Kylie Carpenter. The Patriots are coached by Tim Spurgeon. And now the starting lineup for the Burros. Starting in left field, a junior, number 6, Maddie Mathis. Starting in center field, a senior, number 1, Mackenzie Iverson. Starting at pitcher, a junior, number 8, Sage Forseth. Starting at first, a senior, number 28, Nicole Hurt. Starting at shortstop, a sophomore, number 5, Noella Kritzberger. Starting at catcher, a junior, number 4, Caitlin Ensign. Starting at third, a junior, number 22, Molly Knutsvig. Starting at designated player, a freshman, number 12, Jillian Hurt. Starting at second base, an 8th grader, number 11, Serena Close. Starting at right field, a sophomore, number 15, Morgan Chandler. And now we ask you to please rise, remove your hats, and place your right hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the team profiles while we have an opportunity to do so here. MayPort-CG at Northwood, 8-2 on the year, 3-0 when playing on the road. They have not lost a game on the road yet. 2-1 on neutral site, 3-1 at home. They've outscored their opponents 100-38 in the games that they've played so far this year. Most recently, coming off an 11-1 loss in 5 innings to the Hankinson Tri-State Co-op. For Hillsboro Central Valley, they come into this one with an even 8-8 record, 5-7 here at home, 3-1 on the road, and disregard that WDA record there. That must be a misprint. They have outscored their opponents 100. Okay, that's not the right one. Let's load that up here. Let's load it up here. I know we got it. That's for the Bismarck Legacy Sabres. Let's pull up the Hillsboro one here for you. Make sure we get that one accurate. There we go. So they're 7-5 on the year, 2-1 at home, 4-3 on the road, and 1-1 against on a neutral field here. Most recent game was against Central Cass, who's a doubleheader. They struggled in that one. We'll put it that way. 20-5 loss and a 19-0 loss here to the Squirrels. Prior to that, a 15-5 loss to the Kindred Richland Vikings, and then the Des Lacs Burlington game was part of the East-West Invite at Castleton. That one was canceled due to shortage of players and some injuries, and just not having enough pitchers to go through to play one more game. So they scratched that one from the schedule. So they're looking to end. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, a 4-game losing streak, as the Patriots will start here in the top half of the first. And immediately, Hannah Oost is on first via the dead ball. That brings up the junior, Olivia Gap.
Up next, number 15, Olivia Gap.
Now we bunt foul down the third baseline for a strike. Olivia Gap is a junior, but Hannah Oost is a junior. She's the runner on first. And we'll see Dallas Jorgensen, a junior, on deck here for the Patriots as well. 2 minutes into the ball game, we'll go around the bases here for the Burros in just a moment. I'll start off by telling you that it's the junior Sage Forseth, the starting pitcher here for Hillsboro Central Valley. 2 pitches so far, 1 ball, 1 strike. No, that's not correct. It's 0-1. There we go. I'm not sure how that got in there with only 1 pitch thrown, but we got it fixed now. So now it's a ball and a strike to to check that. Hannah Oost, the junior for the MayPort-CG Patriots. Wind up in the delivery, right down the middle. Now the throw up to second is not in time. It'll roll into shallow center. Last pitch came across for a strike. 1-2. Another one right down the middle, and Gap will go down window shopping.
Up next, number 23, Dallas Jorgensen.
Brings up Dallas Jorgensen, the junior. Once again, runner on second now is Hannah Oost. Forseth officially 5, make it 6 pitches, and that one will be fouled away for strike number 4. 4 strikes, 2 balls on 6 pitches. 0-1 the count to Dallas Jorgensen. 1 away, runner on second. We'll see Kennedy Foss on deck. She's a senior for the Patriots. She'll be batting next as long as Jorgensen doesn't bat into a double play. And the 0-1. They're going to show bunt right down the first base line. Scooped up by Forseth. Fires it into the glove of Nicole Hort. And that'll be good for the out. But that also advances Hannah Oost over to third.
Up to bat, number 10, Kennedy Foss.
Senior Kennedy Foss steps up here with 2 away in the top of the first, and runner on third is Hannah Oost. That pitch will catch the outside corner for a strike. And here comes the run from third, and tag out. They got her. So the pitch comes across as a ball. Hannah Oos tried to come home on the pass ball, but she'll get tagged out. 2-1 on the throw out, and that will send us to the bottom of the first. Due out for the Burros, Maddie Mathis, Mackenzie Iverson, and Sage Forseth when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
All right, welcome back.
For the Burros, number 6, Maddie Mathis.
And you heard it. Maddie Mathis, the junior, will lead things off here for Hillsboro Central Valley. 7 minutes into the ball game. Took about 6 to play the top half of the first, and no score here. Kenzie Iverson and Sage Forseth will be batters 2 and 3 here in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch comes across for... Missed it. And hasn't been put up on the scoreboard yet. I think it was a ball, but no, it was a strike. Okay. And that now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Around the bases for the Patriots, you have the senior Julia Coles at first, the senior Kennedy Foss at second, the junior Hannah Oost at shortstop, and the junior third baseman is Dallas Jorgensen. Behind the plate is the junior Breck Fogelberg, and pitching is the freshman Kylie Carpenter of the outfield here after the 1-1 count. And that one will come in. That will hit Maddie Mathis, and she'll be on first via hit by a pitch.
Up next, number 1, Mackenzie Iverson.
So that picks up Mackenzie Iverson. She likes shallow left and shallow center on her plate appearances on the ND Sports Channel so far. In the outfield, junior Hannah Galdi in left, and then the junior Josie Flatten in center, and the junior Rachel Peterson in right. Once again, your starting pitcher is the freshman Kylie Carpenter, and the first pitch to Iverson comes across for ball 1. Run on first is Maddie Mathis, and she'll make her way up to second now. Carpenter will wind up for the 1-0, and that comes outside for a ball, 2-0. Iverson was showing bunt. Pulled it back when she saw the pitch was heading to the outside. Good look there by Iverson. And she'll show bunt again, but that one will catch the outside edge of the plate, and that's 2-1. Sage Forseth on deck, and we might see Nicole Hurt this inning as well. 2 seniors are batters 2 and 4 in the lineup here for the Burros. That pitch will float outside for a ball. Oh no, it's going to go in as a strike, I guess. 2-2. And the 2-2 windup, and she'll get a piece of that one, foul away, and stay alive for at least 1 more pitch. So like a ghost, Maddie Mathis has made her way from first to second to third, and I didn't even notice it. And that does not happen too often. That one will roll outside, and now Maddie Mathis will come home, and she's safe, and the Burls are on the board. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes after that pitch there to Mackenzie Iverson, and the payoff pitch from Carpenter is on the way. And she'll foul that one away into the parking lot, and it'll remain 3-2. 10 minutes into the ball game, 10 pitches, 5 balls, 5 strikes, according to my counts here for Carpenter. And the windup of pitch 11 coming up right now. Payoff pitch number 2, grounded right in the direction of Dallas Jorgensen. She'll bat it down with her glove. Hannah Oos won't be able to get there in time, and Iverson's on with what we'll credit that as a single.
Up to bat, number 8.
I'll bring up the junior, Sage Forseth. Forseth is 4 for 6 on her plate appearances here on the ND Sports Channel. 2 hits out into left field, 2 infield hits, and then reached base on an error 2 times as well. Oh, check that, 4 for 7. She also flied out to left. That was in one of the 2 games. That's a combined stat hit chart of the games against the Enderlin Maple Valley Falcons from earlier this month. 1-0 to Forseth. Here's the pitch, down low, and ball 2. One away, a 1-0 lead here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Mackenzie Iverson, the runner on second. That pitch will come down a little bit low for another ball. 3-0 to Forseth. Nicole Hurt is on deck. And the windup of the 3-0 will be a little bit low, and Forseth is on with a walk on 4 pitches, and that'll bring up Nicole Hurt.
Up to the plate, number 28, Nicole Hurt.
So now they have a quick conference in the circle here for the Patriots. As the walk turns into Forseth ending up on second with Iverson over on third. So now they have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out and a 1-0 lead. And Nicole Hurt, the senior, who has plenty of RBIs in her 4+ years here at Hillsboro Central Valley, could make it 3-0 with a swing of the bat. See what happens here on pitch number 16 coming up here from Kylie Carpenter. 9 balls and 6 strikes on 15 pitches so far. 13 minutes into the ball game. Bottom of the first, 1 out, 2 runners on. Nicole Hurt the batter, and here's the pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. Great pitch there by Carpenter. 0-1. 46 degrees, partly cloudy sky. The sun is out, and makes it feel like it's closer to 50, even though there's a north-northwest wind at 12. And it says that it's officially a feel-like temperature of 40 degrees. It says that pitch will float outside for a ball. 1-1 the count now to Nicole Hurt. Once again, runners on second and third. Sage Forseth on second. Mackenzie Iverson on third. And here's the windup of the 1-1. Inside edge, strike 2. Nice pitch there by Carpenter. And now Nicole Hurt is down in the count 1-2. 18 pitches, 8 of them have been strikes from Carpenter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup in the delivery, swing and a miss, and Nicole Hurt will go down on strikes. That's 2 away. And now it's up to Noella Kritzberger to try and bat in the runners.
Noella Kritzberger.
Kritzberger is 4 for 6 on her plate appearances here on the ND Sports Channel. Most of her hits have gone out in direct straightaway center field. She flied out to left once and flied out to the second baseman on one other plate appearance. This first pitch will come in for strike 1 to Kritzberger. Once again, runners on second and third. It's Forseth on second and Iverson on third. And the windup in the 0-1 delivery. Inside, fouled away, strike 1. Strike 2, excuse me. 0-2. Julia Cole's the first baseman, Kennedy Foss the second baseman, Hannah Oos the shortstop, Dallas Jorgensen at third, Breck Fugelberg behind the plate catching the pitches of the freshman Kylie Carpenter. And here's the 0-2, and that one the inning as Kritzberger will strike out swinging, and they'll leave two stranded on base. It's 1-0 Hillsboro Central Valley leads. MayPort-CG, check that, I'm getting ahead of myself here. There's only 2 outs. Apologize for that, folks. Got a little bit excited there on that strikeout there. Play at the plate, safe, and it's 2-0 Hillsboro Central Valley. That'll advance Forseth over to third on the pass ball. Caitlin Insing, the batter, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Scoreboard says 1 ball, no strike, and now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's going to be popped up, foul territory. Nobody will make a play on that one as it hits the roof of the Borough dugout. Ball strike and a fouled away pitch. 1-2 with 2 away, and Sage Forseth the runner on third. Swing and a miss, and now the inning is over. They'll strand 1 on base, and they get 2 across here in the bottom of the first. Through 1 inning of play, MayPort-CG, no runs on no hits, no Borough errors, nobody left on base. Hillsboro Central Valley, 2 runs on 1 hit, and no Mayport errors and 1 left on base. Time of the game, 16 minutes so far. Back in a moment here on the Andy Sports Channel. Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. Top of the second. Patriots trail Burrows 2-0. Kennedy Foss will lead things off here from MayPort-CG-HN Northwood. We'll also see Breck Fugelberg and Julia Coles here. Batters 4, 5, and 6, the middle of the order for the Patriots here in the top of the second. And that's a grounder that gets right into the glove of Kritzberger. She'll fire it over, and that one will get by Nicole Hurt at first. That will go into the books as reach base on an error.
Up next, number 3, Breck Fugelberg.
So still no hits, and Breck Fugelberg will step up to the plate now here for Hillsboro, or for MayPort-CG-HN Northwood. Sage Forseth with 10 pitches now, 7 strikes and 3 balls. 19 minutes in, that's going to be a bunt. Forseth will pick it up and tag out Fugelberg as she's running towards first. Nice play there by Forseth. That allows Kennedy Foss to get up to second on the bunt.
Number
Out.
6, Julia Coles.
So 1 unassisted if you're scoring at home on the out. And now Forseth will face Julia Coles, the senior for the Patriots. 19 minutes into the ball game. Pitch number 12 is in for a strike. Kennedy Foss, the runner on second for the Patriots. Swing and a miss by Cole, strike 2. Pitch floated to the outside, and Cole's bat wasn't quite long enough there. And if it would have been a little bit longer, she may have made contact on that one, but probably would have drilled it foul down the first base line as well. So any of those scenarios, it goes in as a strike. That's going to be a pop out center field. Mackenzie Iverson makes the grab, and that's 2 away. And that'll bring up Josie Flatten.
Up next, number 21, Josie Flayton.
Flayton, excuse me. At least that's what the PA announcer's saying, so that's what we'll go with unless I'm told otherwise. So Foss remains on second. Flayton, the junior, will see that pitch. Did that catch the edge for a strike? I think it did. No, it missed for a ball. 1-0. If Flayton can get on base, we'll see Hannah Galdi on deck. That one will go low for ball 2, low to the inside. Not sure if it hit the ground before or after the plate, but at one point it hit the ground. So that much we know for sure. Kennedy Foss, the senior, the runner on second. Flayton, the junior batter, facing a count of 2 balls and no strikes, so 2 away here in the top half of the second. The Patriots trail 2-0. That pitch will float to the outside for Cecina. Flayton will chase that one. She did not, so it'll result in ball 3. It's called a strategy pitch there. Forsyth will get the signal there from Minsing and deliver it a little bit up high. That'll walk Flayton up to first, puts runners on first and second. Now we'll see the junior Hannah Galdi. 11 strikes, 7 balls on 18 pitches for the junior Sage Forsyth. Flayton on first represents the tying run as that pitch comes in just a little bit above the strike zone, ball 1. Umpire will take a moment to dust the sand off the home plate. Once again, partly cloudy sky. We're at 46 degrees. We'll stay at about 46 for the entire game. We won't see much in a temperature change here. That one will be nice line drive grab there by Molly Knutsvig. And that ends the inning. Knutsvig not jumped up at the exact moment that she did. That would have been out in left field for a base hit. So we go to the bottom of 2. MayPort-CG still zeros. No runs on no hits and 1 Hillsboro error and 2 left on base. And coming up for the Burros, we'll see Molly Knutsvig, the hero of the top of the second, making that catch there. And we'll also see Jillian Hurt and Serena Closey, batter 7, 8, 9. It's the bottom of the order when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel. Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125. All right, bottom of the second, 2-0, Molly Knutsvig made the excellent grab to end the last half of the inning, and the first pitch will float outside for a ball. Knutsvig is 7 for 8 on her plate appearances here on the ND Sports Channel. 4 hits to left field, 3 hits to center field, and a pop-out foul territory down the third base line on those 8 plate appearances so far here on the ND Sports Channel. Now she faces a 1-0 count, make it 2-0. Round the bases here for the Burros. Check that for the Patriots. Julia Coles, the senior at first. Kennedy Foss, the senior second baseman. The junior shortstop, Hannah Houston. The junior third baseman, Dallas Jorgensen. The 1-0 pitch. It should be 2-0. And now it should be through a strike. So it should be 2-1. Scoreboard does not reflect that. Scoreboard says 1-1. There we go. Now it shows 2-1. And now it's 3-1. Ball, strike, ball in that order on 4 pitches. In the outfield, Hannah Galdi, the junior, in left. Rachel Peterson, the junior, in right. And Josie Flayton, the junior, in center. And I promise, next inning, we'll go around the bases here for the Burros. That's a line drive. That's batted down by Jorgensen. Struggles to pick it up, and that'll be another throwing error. Knutsvig will get credit for the single, and then she'll advance to second on the error.
Up next, number 12, Jillian Hurt.
That brings up the sophomore, Jillian Hurt. 25 minutes into the ball game, Carpenter on 31 pitches, 17 strikes and 14 balls, according to my numbers. 2-0 lead here for the Burros in the bottom of the second with nobody out, and a runner on second is Molly Knutsvig. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be popped up and fouled away for a strike, 0-1. We'll thank our sponsors, including Game Time, as well as Halstead Telephone Company for especially not that one sponsor is more important than the other one, but they really helped us out here for today's game, so certainly appreciate that. One hopper into the glove of Jorgensen at third. She'll fire it across the diamond to Julia Coles for the 5-3 ground out.
11, Serena Close.
That'll advance Knutsvig over to third. Serena Closey, an 8th grader. I know that's right because I asked earlier, so someone needs to inform the PA announcer. 0-1 the count. Serena Closey, the 8th grader, is the batter here for the Burros. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. And the windup in the delivery, the 0-2 comes inside for ball 1. 1-2 the count now. Once again, 1 out. And the runner on third is the junior Molly Knutsvig. Serena Closey, the batter, 8th grader for the Burros. Facing a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes with a runner on and 1 away. 27 minutes into the ball game. That pitch comes down low, and they'll even up the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Popped up and right over our heads here. Foul and remain 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner on third, 1 away. Here's the 2-2. Low, full count. Closey almost swung at that one, but was able to keep her bat back far enough to prevent the swing. So the next pitch here for Kylie Carpenter will be pitch number 40, and it comes on a payoff pitch to Closey with 1 away and a runner on third. Here's the windup in the delivery of the 3-2, and that one's going to be hit out into left center field, right where the grass meets the sand. That will score Knutsvig from third on an RBI single for Closey, and that'll bring up the top of the order, Maddie Mathis. And it's 3-0 now in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. Maddie Mathis was hit by a pitch on the very first pitch of the game. And now she'll face pitch 41 from Carpenter. Pitch comes in for a strike, and it also gets away. It's a drop strike. Then that advances Closey up to second. So Mathis 0 for 0 via hit by a pitch. See if she can make it 1 for 1 here. And the 0-1. And that'll be bunted down the first base line. She has some speed. Did she get there? She may have gotten there, but it went over the head of Julia Coles. Rounding third is Closey from second to make it 4-0. So it'll be a single advancing closely to third, and then both runners will advance an extra 60 feet on the air.
Number 1, Mackenzie Iverson.
And now Mackenzie Iverson, the batter, 1 for 1 with a single. And the first pitch comes across as ball 1. We're 30 minutes into the ball game here. Bottom of the second, and a 4-0 lead for Hillsboro Central Valley. Once again, 1 away. The batter's Mackenzie Iverson. Maddie Mathis is over on third now. That one came up high, and Iverson had to duck down, as it also came inside a little bit there. 3 balls and no strikes now to Mackenzie Iverson. And the windup in the 3-0 delivery outside. That should be ball 4. No, it caught the edge. Strike 1. Once again, runner on third is Maddie Mathis, and it's a 4-0 lead for the Burros with 1 away here in the bottom of the second. And that one comes inside, and that'll be ball 4, as once again, Iverson kind of had to duck out of the way of that one. That puts runners on the corners for Sage Forsyth.
Number 8, Sage Forsyth.
0 for 0, she was walked last time. She was walked on 4 pitches her last time to the plate. And now we'll see what she can do on her second plate appearance of the game. Maddie Mathis, runner on third. Mackenzie Iverson, the runner on first. Now she's on second as the pitch comes across for ball 1. So Iverson gets credit for the stolen base, and that puts 2 runners in scoring position. Great opportunity here for the junior Sage Forsyth to get a couple of RBIs. Here's the windup in the 1-0. Caught the edge, 1-1. Nice pitch there by Carpenter. Next pitch will be pitch number 50, according to my numbers here for Carpenter. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, 2 runners on. Here's the windup in the 1-1 delivery. And Forsyth will send that out into left center field. That'll drop. That will score Mathis from third. And rounding third from second is Mackenzie Iverson. And it's a 2-run RBI double for Sage Forsyth. So that makes it 6-0 now in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley on the 2-run RBI double to left center for Sage Forsyth. And now we'll have a conference in the circle here, and we'll see if looks like Carpenter's taking off her sweater. Will she stay in is the question. And looks like we will have a change in pitching, so we'll take a timeout here and be right back on the ND Sports Channel. Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125. Hi, this is Mike Mason with the ND Sports Channel. I started doing sports play-by-play on the radio in January 2016. I can't tell you how many big plays were missed because the station was still on a commercial break. It is our goal to never miss any of the action, which is why we have the game video and all of our promos and sponsor ads. The game will always take priority on the ND Sports Channel. That means you won't miss your son's 80-yard kick return for a touchdown or your daughter's crucial three-pointer to tie up the basketball game late in the fourth quarter. The ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Number 28, Nicole Hurt.
All right. So 28 balls and 22 strikes on 50 pitches, and now Lorna Peterson, a freshman, will take over their pitching responsibilities in the circle here for the Patriots. First pitch comes in a little bit low for ball one, and Nicole Hurt, the senior, once again, runner on second to Sage Forseth. She got there via an RBI double to left center field to make the score 6-0. One out here in the bottom of the second. One ball, no strike to Nicole Hurt. Here's the pitch. And that'll come across for a strike. Nice pitch there by Peterson. Nobody else, to the best of my knowledge, was changed on the field. It was just a swap at pitching. That's it. One ball, one strike, one away. One runner on, and the pitch will come low and inside for ball two. 2-1. And the 2-1 delivery. That one's going to be fouled into the dirt, and they'll make the count 2-2. 4 pitches for Peterson, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch will come a little bit low as well, and now it's a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Borough dugout cheering for Hurt and Forseth to trade places. We'll see if that happens. Full count. And Peterson winds up and delivers the payoff pitch, and that'll be grounded foul towards the Borough dugout. And it'll remain 3-2, and payoff pitch number 2 on the horizon here. Nicole Hurt 0 for 1, struck out swinging her last time at the plate. And the windup and payoff pitch number 2, and that's going to be lined into left field. And rounding third is Sage Forseth, and she'll come in and score, and it makes it 7-0 on an RBI single by Nicole Hurt. So Sage Forseth with a little bit of speed there, and that'll bring up batter number 5, Noella Kritzberger, a sophomore. She'll face pitch number 8 from Norna Peterson. Actually talked to her grandfather, and that's how I find out that it's kind of 2 words. That's a line drive out into left center field, and they will send Nicole Hurt over to third, and head coach Corey Erickson will have Nicole Hurt put the brakes on at third. It's a double into left center field, left field, we'll say.
Caitlin and Son.
Caitlin Insing, 0 for 1, struck out swinging her last time at the plate. Now she has 2 runners on with 1 away and a 7-0 lead for the Burros here in the bottom of the second. Pitch number 9 for Peterson, swing and a miss on a pitch that would have been a ball had she not taken the swing. Paid the price on that, and no result, and no balls in 1 strike. And pitch number 10 coming up. 38 minutes into the ball game so far. There's the windup in the delivery, and that one will roll into the dirt as well, and that's 1 ball, 1 strike now. 1 away. Nicole Hurt, runner on third. Noella Kritzberger, runner on second for the Burros, who lead 7-0 here in the bottom of the second. And the 1-1 windup and delivery is down the middle for a strike. As the wind starts to pick up a little bit here. That one's going to be hit high into center field, all the way back, and it will bounce, hit the yellow padding on top of the wall, and coming in from third is Nicole Hurt. Rounding third from second is Noella Kritzberger, and it's 9-0 Hillsboro Central Valley now here in the bottom of the second. It's an RBI double to straightaway center field here for Caitlin Insing, and that brings up Molly Knutsvig. 1 for 1 with an infield single, and then advanced to second on an error her last time at the plate. Burrows 9 run on 8 hits and 3 Mayport errors and 1 left on base so far here with 1 away, and runner on second is Caitlin Insing. Pitch comes inside, caught the edge for a strike. Nice job there by Peterson on 13 pitches, 9 strikes, 4 balls as we hit the 40-minute mark of the ball game here. 1 away in the bottom of the second. That one comes up high, 1-1 the count. Jillian Hurt is on deck, and then Serena Closey will see this inning as well, assuming that a double play doesn't occur here. That pitch will come low to the inside for another ball, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike and 1 out. 15 pitches, 9 strikes, 6 balls for Isla Norna Peterson. And the windup in the delivery, the 2-1, and that'll be shot. 1 bounce into the glove of Kennedy Foss. She'll fire it over to Julia Coles for the 4-3 ground out. That will advance the runner over to third. So Insing is on third now, and now we'll see Jillian Hurt. If Hurt can get on base, we'll see Serena Closey, who's on deck right now for the Burros. Batters 8 and possibly 9 here coming up for the Burros as they lead 9-0. A drop strike will allow Insing to come home to make it 10-0. Jillian Hurt's 0 for 1 with a ground out her last time at the plate. It was a ground out to third base on a 5-3. 2 away now here in the bottom of the second. And a 10-0 lead for Hillsboro Central Valley. And that pitch did it catch the edge? Let's find out. No, it did not. I guess that last pitch was recorded as a ball. I thought she swung at it, but I guess not. The 2-0 pitch comes in low for ball 3. Bases are empty, 10-0 lead for the Burros, 19 pitches for Peterson, pitch 20 coming up here, and it'll be a 3-0 pitch to the sophomore Jillian Hurd, who's 0 for 1 on a 5-3 ground out. And the windup in the delivery, up high for ball 4, and that will walk the sophomore up to first, and now we'll see the 8th grader, Serena Closey.
Up to bat, number 11, Serena Close.
She's 1 for 1 with a single right where the sand meets the outfield grass, right over by Hannah Oost at the shortstop position. She'll get a piece of this one, and it will flicker foul off the edge of the bat for strike 1. Jillian Hurt, runner on first. Keep her eyes on her in case she makes a move up to second here. Closey can get on base. We'll see Maddie Mathis, top of the order here for the Burros. Next. That pitch comes down a little bit low, and now I have a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. And that pitch will come a little bit low as well. Hurt will advance to second on the pass ball, and now it's a count of 2. It says 2 balls and a strike. We'll see if it's 2 balls, and depending on the outcome of this pitch here, and it was 2 balls. Now it's 3 balls and a strike. Peterson will throw pitch 25. Prior to the last couple pitches here, she was in favor of strikes on the ball-strike split. Now it's 13-11 in favor of balls. And pitch 25, 3-1, fouled away into the netting here for a strike. And that'll make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Closey. 2 away, runner on second is the sophomore Jillian Hurt, and the batter is the 8th grader Serena Closey. Once again, 15-run rule would apply if the Burros can reach that by the end of the 3rd inning. Otherwise, it's 10-run rule after 5. That one will be fouled away, and Closey will stay alive for at least 1 more pitch. 6 pitches so far. She'll face the 7th pitch coming up here. 3 of them have been fouled away. The other 3 have been balls. Payoff pitch number 2 here. And I believe she went, or did she? Yep, she did. And that won the inning. 10-0 after 2 complete. We head to the top of the third. It'll be Rachel Peterson, Hannah Oost, and Olivia Gap. Batters 9, 1, and 2. Sage Forsyth will toss pitch 21. And after 2 innings of play, Hillsboro, Central Valley, 10 runs on 8 hits, 3 MayPort-CG-HN Northwood errors, and 2 left on base. For the Patriots, no runs on no hits, 1 Burrow error, and 1 Burrow error. That's hard to say. And then 2 left on base. 45 minutes into the ball game. We're back after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125. Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games streamed on the ND Sports Channel are available on demand 24/7 under Game Rewind on our website, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature and watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, and at any time return to live action simply by clicking the live button. Now you don't have to miss your son's huge game-winning goal or your daughter's set ceiling ace serve. ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online. All right, top of the third. First pitch missed for a ball from Sage Forsyth. The batter is Rachel Peterson, a junior for the Patriots. We'll also see Hannah Oost and Olivia Gap, batters 9, 1, and 2. As we turn the first batting order over to Hannah Oost on the next batter here. And now it's 2 balls and no strikes to Peterson. Forsyth on 22 pitches, 12 strikes and 10 balls. 47 minutes into the ball game. MayPort-CG still looking for their first hit of the game. That pitch will come inside for ball 3. They've put 2 runners on. One of them reached via a Burrow error, and the other one was a walk. If memory serves me correctly, I think it was a walk. We'll have to double check that. 3 balls, no strikes. And a little high, and there's Peterson going to first on 4 pitches. Hannah Oost is up next. She was hit by a pitch last time she was at the plate.
Hannah Oost.
Pitch will catch the corner for a strike. Olivia Gap on deck after Hannah Oost. Nobody out. We might see Dallas Jorgensen this inning as well. Hannah Oost represents the top of the order here for the Patriots. And here's the 0-1. A little bit low. Throw up to first. Didn't get her in time. Peterson remains in check on the bag at first. And 1-1 the count now to Hannah Oost, who was hit by a pitch last time. She makes her 0 for 0. Wind up in the 1-1 deliveries into the dirt to the left side of the plate for ball 2. Once again, keep in mind, 15-run rule would apply if the Burros can hold the Patriots scoreless here in the top of the third and score at least 5 in the bottom half of this inning. If that were to happen, that would bring the game to a conclusion. Otherwise, we'll go to at least 5. Hillsboro putting 8 of the 10 runs up in the bottom half of the second inning. And Oost is on base, and that advances Peterson up to second. And now we'll see Olivia Gap.
Number 15, Olivia Gap.
She's a junior, 0 for 1, struck out window shopping last time she was at the plate. And pitch 30 coming up here for Sage Forsyth. Showing bunt. Bunt popped up. Forseth makes the grab, and the runners will get back in time. Forseth will not make a throw, and that's probably a smart move. Don't want to risk any errors and runners advancing as you have one away, and now we'll see Dallas Jorgensen step up to the plate. So a bunt pop-up. That's caught by Forseth for the first down of the inning, and runners will hold on their original bases, and Jorgensen's 0 for 1 with a ground out back to Forseth on a 1-3 your last time at the plate. And that pitch will roll down, and the runners will not advance. Caitlin Ensing, there we go, I got it. Quick enough to scoop that one up to make sure the runners stay put. That one's going to be popped up in the direction of the first baseman, Nicole Hurd, who makes the grab. And once again, the runners will stay where they're at. Not much opportunity for the Patriots to run an extra base here. And now there's 2 away.
Kennedy Foss.
Once again, Rachel Peterson, the runner on second. Hannah Oos, the runner on first. And now we'll see Kennedy Foss, who reached base on an error last time. The only Burrow error of the game so far. Forseth start out strong. Now the ball strike splits a little bit in favor of balls on 33 pitches right at the moment. 1-0 to Kennedy Foss. And here's the 1-0. Now it's going to be popped up. Third base territory. Can they make a play on it? They will. That's Molly Knutsvig making the grab. And that ends the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Maddie Mathis, Mackenzie Iverson, and Sage Forseth. It's the top of the order. Batters 1, 2, and 3. Peterson will throw pitch 28 for the Patriots when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel. Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in North Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, bottom of the third, Maddie Mathis will lead things off, and barring a change in mind from the umpires and coaches, if Hillsboro Central Valley scores 5, that'll end the game in this inning here. Maddie Mathis, the junior, is 1 for 1, hit by a pitch and then an infield single her last time at the plate. 54 minutes into the ball game. Here's the windup from Peterson. Pitch 28 comes in for a ball. 14 balls, 14 strikes on 28 pitches here for Peterson. Kenzie Iverson on deck. We'll see Sage Forseth this inning as well. And here's the 1-0. And that'll be one bouncer right back to Peterson. Peterson fires it over to Coles for the 1-3 ground out, and that's 1 up, 1 down for the Burros here in the bottom of the third. Now it's Mackenzie Iverson with Sage Forsyth coming up on deck.
Number 1, Mackenzie Iverson.
Iverson's 1 for 1, a single down the third base line, her first time at the plate, and then her most recent trip to the plate, she was walked on 5 pitches actually. That pitch will come low to the outside for ball 1. 46 degrees, will stay there more than likely. North wind at 14 makes it feel like 40, 45% humidity. The sun's in and out behind the clouds, about 50-50. That pitch comes up high to the inside for ball 2. When the sun's not behind the clouds, it's a little bit warmer, 46, and when it's behind the clouds, it's a little bit cooler, 46 degrees here at Olson's Softball Complex in Hillsboro. 2 balls, no strikes to the batter, Mackenzie Iverson, the senior for the Burros, and that pitch will come down a little bit low for another ball, 3-0. And 3-0. Now come across the edge for a strike, 3-1. 5 minutes shy of 1 hour. First pitch came at 4:34 this afternoon. Now at 5:30. 3 balls and a strike. No runners on, 1 away. Swing and a miss and a full count. Ball, ball, ball. Strike, strike. Strike looking and a strike swinging. In that order on 5 pitches between Peterson and Iverson. And that one will be popped out, and that'll drop. And it'll be scooped out there by Foss, and she did not get it there in time. It's an infield single for Mackenzie Iverson. Little blooper that dropped right in front of Kennedy Foss, and Foss picked it up, fired it over to Coles, but not enough speed on the throw, and Iverson was able to run it out, and that'll bring up Sage Forsyth. She was walked on 4 pitches her first trip to the plate, and then last time she stepped up, she had a 2-run RBI double to left center field. That pitch will come inside. It'll catch the edge, though, for a strike. 0-1 to Forsyth. Runner on first. Now on second is Mackenzie Iverson. And here's the windup in the 0-1 delivery from Peterson, right down the middle over the outside edge for a strike. Floated over the outside edge right at the very last moment there. Forsyth will watch that one fly by, and she'll fall down 0-2 in the count. Nicole Hertz on deck. Possibly see Kritzberger this inning as well. That pitch comes up a little bit high for a ball, 1-2. One away, 1 runner on. It's Iverson on second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup in the delivery. The 1-2 is up high to even up the count at 2-2. And pitch 40 coming up for Peterson. Carpenter, their last pitcher, got to 50 pitches before she was replaced there. That's a 1 bouncer over to Hannah Oost. Oost got it there in time. That's 2 away. It's a 6-3 ground out that Sage Forsyth bats into. Almost ran it out. Not quite.
28, Nicole Hurt.
That'll advance Mackenzie Iverson over to third, and now Nicole Hurt singled to left field their last time at the plate. In their first trip, she struck out swinging. So she's 1 for 2 as a result. She'll face pitch 41. That comes in for a strike. Nice pitch there by Peterson, and she has 22 strikes and 19 balls on 41 pitches now. 0-1 with 2 away, and Iverson the runner on third. It's a 10-0 lead here for the Burros in the bottom of the third. Swung on, grounded foul down the third base line for strike 2. And that one will be a blooper out into shallow right field. That will score Mackenzie Iverson from third, and heading into second for the RBI double is Nicole Hurt. That makes it 11-0 now. And Noella Kritzberger, 1 for 2, struck out swinging. Her first trip to the plate, and then she doubled down to deep left field. And at least we believe it'll be Kritzberger. Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner for Nicole Hurt on second. That courtesy runner will be the sophomore Sydney Hennings. So Hennings will take over the running responsibilities on second as we hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game. First pitch 4:34, now 5:34, 46 degrees, mostly cloudy sky here. So with some periodic moments of mostly sunny. 11-0, 2 away, bottom of the third. And she'll golf swing for that one and make contact and send it foul towards the Burrow dugout for strike one. Hennings, the sophomore, runner on second. Kritzberger, the sophomore, the batter here for the Burrows. The lead 11-0. 2 away, bottom of the third. And that pitch will come inside for a ball, 1-1. 45 pitches now. 25 of them have been strikes for Peterson. And the windup in the 1-1 delivery up high, ball 2. And that one will be popped up, foul out of play, and it'll become 2-2 now. Once again, Noella Kritzberger, the batter. The runner on second is Sydney Hennings. Both of them are sophomores. Kritzberger struck out swinging her first time, double to left field her last plate appearance. And this one will be a grounder. One hopper to Jorgensen, who fired over to Coles for the 5-3 ground out to end the inning. They'll leave the runner stranded. And now we'll go to at least 5. As coming up to bat here for the Patriots is Fugelberg, Coles, and Flayton. Batters 5, 6, and 7. We return after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125.
Up to bat, number 3, Rex Fugelberg.
All right, and Fugelberg will swing and miss at the first pitch there from Forseth for strike one. She's 0 for 1. She popped out to Forseth her last time at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. 17 strikes, 18 balls on 35 pitches. Make that 18-18 on 36 on the swing and a miss there for Fugelberg. Forseth looking to climb into the advantage strikes on the ball strike split on their pitch count here. 1 hour, 3 minutes into the ball game. Nobody out top of the fourth. 11-0 Burrows. Burrows got 8 of those 11 runs in the bottom of the second, 2 in the first, and 1 in the bottom of the third.
Number 6, Julia Coles.
Not a bad start here for Forseth as she strikes out the first batter. Now we'll see what she can do with Julia Coles, who on her only plate appearance so far. Flied out to Mackenzie Iverson in straightaway center field last time she was up to bat, and the first pitch will float down low to the inside for ball one. 38 pitches now, and 19-19 on the ball strike split. Mostly cloudy, 46 degrees. Nice crowd on hand here. Both teams have traveled well. One obviously should be here and representing their team well, and then just a few miles north of here, coming down is a nice crowd for the Mayville, the Patriot fans. Two balls, no strikes to the batter, Julia Coles. And Coles will get a piece of that one, foul it directly down into the dirt for strike one. 2 balls and a strike, 1 away, no runners on. And pitch 41 for Forsyth coming up here. 20-20 on the ball strike split. And the windup in the 2-1 delivery will float outside, 3-1. One hour, 5 minutes, time of the game now. And the 3-1. Now be grounded right in the direction of Kritzberger. She has trouble with it, fires it over, got there in time. That will be a 6-3 on the ground out. That'll bring up Josie Flayton, the junior.
Up to bat, number 21, Josie Flayton.
0 for 0. She was walked, her only plate appearance so far. Forsyth remains even, 21-21 on 42 pitches. Right down the middle for a strike. Great pitch there by Forsyth. Around the bases, since we haven't done it yet, Nicole Hurt, the senior at first, the 8th grader Serena Closey at second, the sophomore shortstop Noella Kritzberger, and the junior third baseman Molly Knutsvig, and the 0-1 pitch. And now it's going to be popped up right to the right of us here, and that's good for strike 2. In the outfield, the junior left fielder Maddie Mathis, the sophomore right fielder Morgan Chandler, and the senior center fielder Mackenzie Iverson. Behind the plate is the junior Caitlin Insing. And pitching, of course, we've mentioned it a few times, Sage Forsyth, the junior. No balls, 2 strikes to Flayton, 2 away. And that one comes a little bit low, and Flayton will see at least one more pitch here from Forsyth. Wind up in the 1-2 delivery. We'll go into the dirt, even things up at 2-2. A strike, a fouled away pitch, and then 2 balls. And once again, she's even at 23-23 on 46 pitches. Flayton was walked last time she was at the plate. And the 2-2. Got her. Strikeout looking. And that ends the inning. Through 4.5, or check that, 3.5. MayPort-CG Patriots, Hat Northwood, 0 runs on 0 hits, 1 Burrow error. I'm going to get that before this broadcast ends. And then 4 left on base. For the Burrows, 11 runs on 10 hits, 3 Patriot errors, and 3 left on base. Time of the game so far, 1 hour, 7 minutes. Back after this with the bottom of the 4th on the ND Sports Channel. Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in North Dakota are safer than ever before. And that's something I really love.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the fourth, 11-0. And Kylie Carpenter, who started the game pitching, comes back in and pitch 51. 28 strikes and 22 balls on her first 50 pitches. And now this pitch will come across as a strike. The batter, Caitlin Insing. 1 for 2, struck out swinging and a double on her 2 plate appearances so far in this contest. And here's the 0-1. Now float outside for a ball and even things up at 1-1. Cole's the first baseman, Foss the second baseman, us the shortstop, Jorgensen at third, Fugelberg the catcher, Carpenter the pitcher, and Galdi in left, Flayton in center, and Peterson in right for the Patriots. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Caitlin Insing, the batter. And the 1-1 floats away for ball 2. One hour, 11 minutes into the ball game. Carpenter getting ready for pitch 54. Once again, the batter is Caitlin Insine, I should say. And now that pitch will come across for a ball, and it's 3 balls and a strike. A strike followed by 3 balls in that order on 4 pitches here between Carpenter and Insine. And the 3-1. And that one right into the glove of Dallas Jorgensen. I don't think Jorgensen was expecting that one. She didn't really make a play on it. It just ended up in her glove.
Number 22, Molly Knutsvig.
That brings up Molly Knutsvig, the junior, 1 for 2, a single and a ground out on a 4-3 on her most recent plate appearance. She'll face pitch 56 from Carpenter, and that one floats up high for ball 1. Jillian Hurt is up next, and if we can get that far in the lineup, we'll see batter number 9, Serena Closey, pending changes here from head coach Corey Erickson. So far, he hasn't made none. And the 1-0, inside ball 2. Peterson pitched 1 2/3 innings, faced 11 batters, 21 balls, 27 strikes on 48 pitches, allowed 4 runs and struck out 1. And that one she struck out was swinging. She allowed 5 hits and walked 1 batter, according to my numbers. We'll see if she comes back in or not. 2 balls and a strike now to Knutsvig, and here's the 2-1 inside that hitter. Knutsvig advances via hit by a pitch. And that brings up the sophomore Jillian Hurd, 0 for 1 with a ground out to third on a 5-3. And then she was walked her last time at the plate. Once again, it's an 11-0 lead here for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros with 1 away in the bottom of the 4th. And pitch 60 coming up from Kylie Carpenter, who started the game pitching, went out, and then came back here in the bottom of the 4th. I think I said 1 1/3 earlier. I meant to say 1 2/3. For Peterson. So Knutsvig advances up to second on the pass ball, and it's a 1-0 to Jillian Hurt. And a runner in scoring position with 1 away now, and the Burros leading 11-0. And that'll be grounded foul down the third baseline for a strike. 1-1. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. 1 hour, 14 minutes into the ball game. And the windup. Swing and a miss. Bat went below the ball on the pitch there, and now she's down the count 1-2. Runner on second is Knutsvig, the junior for the Burros. On deck is Closey, and we'll see Closey now as Hurt strikes out. Closey 1 for 2, a single.
Number 11, Serena Close.
Right where the dirt meets the outfield. And the left center, right by the shortstop position. And then our last time, she struck out swinging. This pitch comes across for ball 1. Once again, if this score holds, this game will come to conclusion after the end of the next inning. Knutsvig will advance to third there on the pass ball, and the count's now 2-0 to Closey, the 8th grader. And the 2-0. Inside edge, strike 1. Nice pitch there by Carpenter. Once again, Knutsvig now on third, in case you missed it. Got there about 2 pitches ago. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. And the 2-1 delivery is low into the dirt. And Knutsvig came about halfway down the line, then she'll backpedal back to third. 3 balls and a strike. 2 away, 11-0. Runner on third's threatening to make it 12-0 as long as Closey can get on base. And that one will be fouled away down the first baseline. And it's a full count, 3-2 as a result. 1 hour, 17 minutes into the ball game now, and Carpenter a couple pitches shy of 70. And the windup and the payoff. Down low into the dirt, ball 4. Closey's on base, puts runners on the corners for Maddie Mathis. Top of the order here for the Burros as Carpenter will throw pitch number 70. 33 balls and 36 strikes so far on a pitch shy of 70. 1 hour, 17 minutes into the ball game. Maddie Mathis, the junior, 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch, a single, and a ground out on a 1-3, your most recent trip to the plate. That pitch will float up high for a ball, 1-0. Once again, you got Knutsvig on third, Closey on first. Nobody on second for the Burros with 2 away. Carpenter will get the single and wind up and deliver the 1-0. That looked to be a strike, but was it, is the question. No, it was not. Must have been just a little bit high. It looked like a strike from my point of view, but my point of view isn't that much different from the umpires, other than the fact that I'm about 15 feet further back. Couldn't really ask for a better camera view here. Pretty much get the entire field without having to move it too much. 2 balls and a strike. Maddie Mathis, 1 for 2, hit by a pitch, single and a ground out. Runners on the corners, Closey on first, Knutsvig on third. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th, and pitch 73 coming up here from Carpenter. And the 2-1 delivery is in, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. If Mathis can get on base, we'll see Mackenzie Iverson. And the 2-2. And now the throw up to third, and Knutsvig will come home. That pitch came across as a ball. I thought I heard through my headset the ump say strike. That's why I kind of paused on calling that there. So it is indeed 12-0. Closey on second now. Swing and a miss, and Closey will be stranded on second as Mathis will strike out. And we'll head now to the top of the fifth. There'll be Hannah Galdi, Rachel Peterson, and Hannah Oost. Batters 8, 9, and 1 through 4 innings of play. Mayport, no runs and no hits, 1 Burrow error. Got it. And 4 left on base. And Hillsboro Central Valley, 12 runs on 10 hits, 3 Mayport errors, and 4 left on base. Time of the game, 1 hour, 19 minutes. When we return, Forsyth will throw pitch 48 right after this on the ND Sports Channel.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in North Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
All right, we'll come out of that a little bit early here. New pitcher is Noella Kritzberger. Sage Forsyth will move over to the shortstop. It'll be a straight swap between shortstop and pitcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. Forsyth, 47 pitches, 24 strikes, and 23 balls, according to my numbers here. Hannah Galdi, the batter, 0 for 1. Line drive out to the third baseman, Knutsvig, on her last trip to the plate. Now she'll foul that, bunt that one foul for strike 2. 1 hour, 22 minutes into the ball game. A 12-0 lead here, top of the fifth. If the Patriots cannot score at least 3, this game will come to an end here after the conclusion of this top half of the fifth. Now it'll be fouled away into the netting for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, no runners on. 4 pitches for Kritzberger. 3 of them have been strikes. Once again, a strike is anything that's not a ball. Swing and a miss, a hit, a home run, a fouled away pitch. They all go into the books as a strike. Now we'll have a conference here in the circle. And it looks like Kritzberger didn't have the right card on her sleeve, so head coach Corey Erickson was calling in the pitches, and she was not delivering the pitches that Corey Erickson was calling, so that's why they walked out to the circle there to make sure that she had the correct information. That way she could match up what the coach wanted her to pitch. So looks like that situation has been resolved. Once again, Hannah Galdi, the batter, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 comes in a little bit low, just barely misses the strike zone, and it'll make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the windup in the 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss, and Galdi goes down on strikes, and that's 1 away. Hankston Tri-State, they defeat Northern Cass 4-1. That's game 1 of a doubleheader, just down the road and a little bit to the west of here.
24, Rachel Peterson.
We will more than likely not get a final on game 2 of that game before we go off the air, but if we should, then we'll pass that along to you here. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Peterson, the junior, the batter, 0 for 0, was walked her last time at the plate. Once again, Hankinson Tri-State defeating Northern Cass 4-1 in the first game of a doubleheader. Bishop Ryan and Delax Burlington, Lewis and Clark are tied at 4-4 in the top of the fifth. Keep you updated on any other scores that come our way. Kritzberger falling down there. She tried to grab it. I don't know, she tried to maybe throw it over to first before she actually had it, and as a result, it kind of looks like she lost her balance and just kind of took a tumble. So that'll go into the books as reach base on an error. That brings up Hannah Oost, 0 for 0, hit by a pitch, and then she was walked. We're at the top of the order. That pitch will come inside for a strike, I believe. No, it was a ball. Okay, thought it caught the edge, but apparently not. Once again, the Patriots need at least 3 runs to send this to the bottom of the 5th. Throw up to first, not in time. Peterson remains in check at first. 1 hour, 25 minutes, time of the game so far. 5 errors in the game, 3 for the Patriots, 2 for the Burros. The Burros have scored at least 1 run in every inning so far, with a huge 8-run second inning for the Burros. Take that away, and it's a 4-0 game. And the pitch, 2-1, grounded, dribble, find its way out into right field. Peterson will put on the brakes at second, and it's good for a single for Hannah Oost, and that'll bring up Olivia Gap.
Up to bat, number 15, Olivia Gap.
So Olivia Gap represents the run that the Patriots need to send this one to the bottom of the 5th. 1 away, 2 runners on, 1 of them in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Gap 0 for 2, struck out looking her first time at the plate, and then a bunt pop-up to Sage Forsyth, who was the pitcher at the time. Forsyth now over at the shortstop position, and Kritzberger the pitcher. 1 ball, 1 strike now. The number 7 team right now is leading the number 5 team as of the week 2 polls that were official as of about 1 minute ago. Hillsboro Central Valley moving up to the number 7 spot, MayPort-CG in the number 5 spot, with Thompson stuck right in the middle at number 6. Central Cass number 1, Bismarck number 1 on the Class A side. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Olivia Gap, who's 0 for 2. Runners on first and second, Peterson on second, Ust on first. And the windup in the 2-2 delivery from Kritzberger, outside for a ball, 3-2 full count. 15 pitches for Kritzberger now, 8 strikes and 7 balls, 1 hour, 27 minutes into the ball game, 1 away. And Olivia Gap, the batter. That pitch comes a little bit low, and now the bases are loaded for Dallas Jorgensen. A great opportunity here for the Patriots to get some runs across the plate with 1 away in the top of the 5th.
Dallas Jorgensen.
Jorgensen, the junior, is 0 for 2. A 1-3 ground out, and then she popped out foul territory to the first baseman, Nicole Hurt, her last time at the plate. That pitch will float up high, and a nice job there by Caitlin Ensign for jumping up and getting that one to make sure that Rachel Peterson stays on third. 1 ball, no strike to Jorgensen. Kritzberger will get the call, wind up and deliver the 1-0. Down low into the dirt, ball 2. Infield is playing in. Outfielders are playing about halfway into the outfield here. And that pitch will come down low for ball 3. So 3 balls on 3 pitches, and now all of a sudden Kritzberger on 19 pitches, 11 of them have been balls. 3-0, 1 away, bases loaded. Jorgensen the batter, and that pitch will drop for another ball, and that will walk in a run. Hannah Oost scores from third via the walk to Dallas Jorgensen, and now the senior Kennedy Foss will step up to the plate.
Up next, number 10, Kennedy Foss.
So it took 1 hour, 29 minutes for the Patriots to score their first run of the game. They can get 2 more of those in here. They'll create some work for the Burros in the bottom half of the 5th. Strike to Kennedy Foss, who's 0 for 2. Reached base on an error and then popped out to Knutsvig down the third base line right in front of the Burro dugout last time at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike now, the count to Kennedy Foss. Hannah Oos, the runner on third. Olivia Gapp, the runner on second. Dallas Jorgensen, the runner on first. Bases loaded here for the Patriots with 1 away and a 1 ball, 1 strike count as we hit the 90-minute mark of the ball game. And Kritzberger will wind up and deliver the 1-1. Inside edge, strike 2. Nice pitch there by Kritzberger, and we'll see if she maybe goes to the outside on this next pitch here to see if she can get Kennedy Foss to chase it and possibly strike out. Here's the windup. And no, he'll come to the inside, and it'll be fouled away, and Foss will see at least 1 more pitch. And it'll be pitch 25 from Kritzberger, as she's 13-11 in favor of balls on the ball-strike split on 24 pitches. Once again, 1 hour, 30 minutes into the ball game. Bases loaded, 1 away. Kennedy Foss, the batter. 1-2 up high. That one took a unique bounce off the backstop here. Never hit the ground, and as a result, the runners will stay at their bases. That's a lucky break there for Hillsboro Central Valley. If you look at all the plays that you could file under the lucky break category, that's probably number 1 right there. 12-1, and here's the 2-2, or 2, yeah, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that was a strikeout looking. So now there's 2 away. And we'll see what Breck Fugelberg can do. A junior, 0 for 2. Bunt out.
Up next, number 3, Breck Fugelberg.
She bunted into a 1-3 ground out, is what I meant to say. Her first time at the plate, and last time she stepped up, she struck out swinging. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. And Kritzberger is potentially 2 pitches away from ending this game here. 13-13 on the ball strike split on 26 pitches for Kritzberger. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. Two out, 0-2, into the dirt, ball 1. Runners will stay put. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 14 balls, 14 strikes on 28 pitches. Time of the game, 1 hour, 32 minutes. Kritzberger winds up, delivers the 1-2, high and inside. They'll even things up at 2-2. So 2 strikes, followed by 2 balls on 4 pitches so far between Kritzberger and Fugelberg. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. And pitch 30 from Kritzberger is down low through the legs of inside, and the runner will come in from third. Hannah Oos will score, and it's 12-2. And a full count as a result. The other 2 runners will advance from first and second to second and third. And if Olivia Gapp on third can come in, this one will go to the bottom of the 5th. No, it will not. That will end the game. That'll be your final score. 12-2, and we'll take a timeout and be back right after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Once again, your final score: Hillsboro Central Valley Burros 12, MayPort-CG-HN Northwood Patriots 2 in 5 innings. Time of the game, 1 hour 33 minutes. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, your post game is next here on the ND Sports Channel.
Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone. Broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125.
This is Michael Hall, a senior at Kindred High School and the 2018-19 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. While the scoreboard reveals the winner of a high school athletic contest, the real winners are those that display good sportsmanship. We need those people who treat competition as a game and not a war. People who show genuine concern for an injured player and those who accept all decisions of the game officials. Remember to be a good sport and a good citizen when you attend a high school game. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games streamed on the ND Sports Channel are available on demand 24/7 under Game Rewind on our website, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature and watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, and at any time return to live action simply by clicking the live button. Now you don't have to miss your son's huge game-winning goal or your daughter's set ceiling and ace serve. ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed. Someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in North Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in North Dakota so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125.
All right, welcome back. Here's the final score once again. Hillsboro Central Valley picks up the victory in 5 innings over a really good MayPort-CG team. The scoreboard does not reflect that, but they are a really, really good team. And 12-2 win for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Let's take a look at these two teams, how they look now. MayPort-CG falls to, let's see here. I don't think that's the right one. Let's load that. Let's click a couple buttons here. Yeah, it is the right one. Okay, cool. They fall to 8. I thought they were 8-3 coming into this one. We'll have to double check that one. It says 8-2. I think they're 8-4. They scored 102 runs now. They've allowed 50, and they're losing this one here 12-2 for Hillsboro Central Valley. Let's see here. There we go. There it is. They improved to 8-5. They've now scored 130 runs, allowed 117, and they'll have Thompson up next. We'll take one more quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for these two games, select our player, or in this case, players of the game, and wrap things up here from Wilson Softball Complex in Hillsboro when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Be right back.
Hallstatt Telephone knows we all like choices. For example, you can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. You can choose to have the same great services available in town or in the country. You can choose to have local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or a bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Hallstatt Telephone, broadband, voice, TV, 1-800-457-2125.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed. Someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
All right, welcome back. Here is we'll take a look at these schedules once again, and I was correct. Hillsboro Central Valley improving to 8-5 now, 3-1 at home, and they've scored 130 and have allowed 117. With the 12-2 win, they'll see Thompson next, and then they'll be part of the AB Clash in Fargo. They'll take on Fargo North, Fargo Davies, and Fargo South. We'll have the Fargo North game for you here on the ND Sports Channel. I can't recall off the top of my head if we'll have one of the other two or not. We'll have to double. I know this much. We have all the games on Field 1. So whoever's playing on Field 1 will have those games for you here on the ND Sports Channel. For the MayPort-CG Patriots, they are indeed now 8-3. I forgot to update that part. But with the 12-2 loss, they'll see Larimore on May 7th tomorrow, and then they'll wrap things up on the regular season on May 13th against the Northern Cats Jaguars. Short season here, or short end of the schedule season for the MayPort-CG Patriots with the postseason on the horizon. Time now to select the player of the game, and it's the first time that we had to go with 2 because we just couldn't decide between the 2. And your players of the game are Mackenzie Iverson, the senior center fielder, and Sage Forsyth, the junior pitcher shortstop. Both of them had 3 plate appearances. Both of them had 2 at-bats. Iverson accounted for 3 of the runs. Sage Forsyth scored 1 of the runs. Iverson with 2 hits and Forsyth with 1 hit. Iverson's 2 hits were singles, and Forsyth's 1 hit was a double that batted in her 2 RBIs, while Mackenzie Iverson had 4 RBIs, and then walks, 1 for Iverson, none for Forsyth. And both of them had a successful stolen base attempt. So those are your players of the game, Mackenzie Iverson and Sage Forsyth here for the Burros as they pick up 12-2 win over the MayPort-CG Patriots. Coming up next here on the ND Sports Channel, if you go to our website, you can check the final scores page there. And you can see there that Hillsboro Central Valley finals already been entered. We'll still this one will become available. It'll flip over to watch probably within 30 minutes after we go off the air here. And then if you go to the game schedule part of our website, you can see the upcoming games there. We'll have Valley City and Fargo North tomorrow, and then we'll have a soccer matchup for you on May 9th. And then on May 10th, we'll have Fargo North, Hillsboro Central Valley.
followed by Fargo Davies and Central Cass. And then on May 11th, we'll have Fargo South Kindred, Fargo North Kindred, and Fargo Shanley Central Cass on May 11th. And then some more softball there to wrap up the first half of May. And then if you go to our Game Rewind page, you'll see all the teams there listed in alphabetical order. Down the right-hand side, or the left-hand side, I should say, is the North Dakota teams. Down the right-hand side is the out-of-state teams, and down the middle is the youth and summer teams that we have covered. You click on the team of your choice, it'll filter out all the other teams and give you only the games that feature that team to make it much easier to find the game that you are looking for. And that's under our Game Rewind button on our website. That wraps it up here from Olson Softball Complex. We certainly appreciate you tuning in. Once again, your final score, Hillsboro Central Valley 12 and MayPort-CG 2 in 5 innings. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Valley City for the Highlanders and Spartans here on the ND Sports Channel. Have a good evening.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any of the game? Check out Game Rewind on our website at ndsportschannel.com.